my God. So I was on TV promoting the Colorado Festival of Horror for this weekend.
Okay.
And as soon as I brought your name up in the interview,
Yeah.
there was a hush.
Aww.
And I saw the guy, the guy off to the side. He's like the set director.
Yes.
Mystic Pizza.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm like, I forget that film because I don't mean to gush, but
To gush.
to gush.
To gush
Yes.
and gush over gish.
Yes.
You can do that.
But I forget about Mystic Pizza because it was.
What?
I know it's there. You have done so many things, and there are so many accomplishments and performances that have just left me gobsmacked, silent, teary. And I hear the new series that you have coming, which we will talk about.
Okay.
Is tremendous. That will be. It's just on a streaming service, I hear.
Oh, is this Lioness?
Yes.
Oh, right. Yeah, I just have a little, just doing a few episodes.
A little,
Yeah,
just
a
a few
little,
episodes.
a little visitation.
Just a little
Yeah.
shoehorn in there.
Yeah.
So can you talk about your character in Linus at all?
I can't.
That's even better! Because that just sets the expectation. You're like,
I
oh
know,
my
but it's nothing that will freak anybody out. The season is going to be amazing, so I'm happy to even just be.
Have you been watching
yeah.
the show so far at this point?
Yeah, I watched the first season, and then my husband joined on to be the stunt coordinator for the second season.
Right.
So,
Friends help friends.
friends help
And
friends.
family members, well, we have higher expectations.
Don't tell anyone that I had to sleep with the stunt coordinator to get the job.
I mean,
Don't tell Wade.
he may take it wrong.
I think he'll be okay. He's in on the joke.
That's even better. So, horror, drama, comedy. I mean, what is your favorite road? Where do you like to go?
Well, I would love to do more comedy. I think as I'm getting older, I've done so much drama and horror in my history
Right.
that I think I'm ready to kind of lighten up and spread some love and joy. And my dorkiness, I think, needs to be really celebrated because I'm quite a dork and a klutz, and I think those things are funny.
What kind of dork are you? Are we like gaming dork, sci-fi dork, or where does your dorkdom lie?
I mean, well, my sons could give you a total laundry list of all of the ways that I.
Yeah, but that's not fair because they're your kids, and
Yeah.
they're like, oh, you're just mom.
Right. No, they would, but certainly my dancing is dorky. My sense of humor is very dorky. I have mom jokes,
Are there? I mean, there's dad jokes, but what's a mom
I
joke?
don't know. I'm trying to think. What I normally do is I mix up my aphorisms. If it's like I'm trying to say barking up a dumb tree, I'll mix them
Right.
up. I don't
That's
get them
respectable.
right.
Come on.
That's kind of a mom
That's a clever thing to do.
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I just claimed that I'd just been drinking too much wine, and everyone's like, yeah, okay, whatever.
The main thing is I just love to laugh. I really do. As much as I've done a lot of dramatic roles,
Right.
I really do. The older I get, the more I love
I think we
to
need
laugh.
more laughter.
I do too.
Absolutely.
I do too.
Now, out of your horror, and
Mm.
what is the one that's probably like the most gritty or the most like you're like, wow, I actually pulled that off, or the most impactful for you?
God. Well, last year I was in between Usher and Mayfair Wishes. I think that was last year.
Right.
Or the year before. I
think
don't
that's
know.
2 years.
It's all
a blur, right?
A blur. But I was Usher for sure is probably the most gore, the worst I've ever looked or allowed myself to look
Right.
on camera, I think. Thanks, Mike Flanagan. But
The Mike Flanagan universe is so like.
so rich.
Well, and I was gonna say palpable. But that is just. I mean, what he puts into it is just phenomenal.
Yeah. Yes.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's true. I mean, it's a perfect segue because I do think, and to Mike's credit, he has that ability to really do horror that is gory and scary, but yet is still rooted in human psychology.
Yes.
So it's even more, I think, affecting.
And I think it's like when I'm watching his horror, you look at it and like that could happen. You could easily see someone just that tenuous handhold we have on
Totally.
reality could just go.
Yes. Oh, yes. Don't you think? The veils are very thin. The veils are very thin.
The dimensions are very thin.
And it is
yes.
Friday the 13th today. So.
Are you a superstitious person?
Well, I will tell you this. 13 is my lucky number.
Actually, that was the number I wore when I played sports.
And my son, both of my sons, they play football and they're number 13. So we do not have a trichodecaphobic household.
Okay.
Did you know that word?
No.
Trichodecaphobia is fear of the number 13.
Really?
Yes.
Josh.
Nope.
Okay. I learned something.
Learn something new every day.
I just add something new to my vocabulary.
Especially on Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th?
Yeah.
I know there's like the tradition of like Friday the 13th tattoos where people will go get tattoos on Friday the 13th.
Ooh.
And, like specific stuff like
Well,
that.
I was born on a 13 too.
Oh. So that is your lucky.
Oh yeah, my birthday is March 13th, so I'm a three, lots of threes, lots of 13s.
Very cosmic number, numerology.
Yes.
What positions do your sons play?
They're both linebackers, outside linebackers, yeah.
Big guys.
Big guys, yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's good. They can protect mom, right?
Yes. I just want them to be able to protect themselves. Yeah.
Especially in this world of football. It's a little rough.
It's a rough, but they have a lot of like all of their gear is, as you know now, it's very
state of the art.
State of the art. They have all the concussion protocols, the helmets, those kinds of things.
Yeah, my coach rubbed some dirt on it and off we went. The arms, barely holding on, and just go back out there, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So working with Mike, what kind of intensity or what kind of level does he bring on set? Because I'm sure he's got a vision. Mm-hmm. You can't orchestrate the films that he does without it. So how does that transfer, or how does he communicate that vision to you guys? Because you're doing the heavy lifting. I hate to say that, but sorry, Mike.
I have to disagree in the sense only because he does. So he has such a specific vision, and he does so much prep work ahead of time.
Nice.
Staging, lighting, prepping, shooting, shot list, all of these things. And when everything is on the page, so beautifully wrought, then we can step in, and for all of that preparation, it makes our work a lot easier. Definitely difficult to go certain emotional places.
Right.
But it's really always, his sets are always very pleasurable to work on.
Well, that's encouraging.
Yeah, and you have to have, a sense of humor when you're dealing with such dark, macabre themes.
Right.
Yeah.
How was Sons of Anarchy especially when you start dealing with like dark and intense?
Yeah.
I mean, even the series finale, I'm still just kind of like, wow.
I know, that was intense, right?
I mean, the Sopranos one pissed me off.
Yeah.
Sons of Anarchy, I'm like, wow.
Yeah, it has balls.
That is, yes.
that show.
Big round ones.
That show has a lot of balls. Well, Kurt Sutter. Yeah, I mean, to be able to join a show like that in its final season was God, what a ride, literally,
Well, and because you're kind of coming in at the tail end.
Yeah.
Everyone is like, and you're all like, eager to go.
Yeah, and I got to play, we got to plumb the Chibs heart line,
To finally see if he has one or not.
Yeah, which he does.
It was nice. It was a great reveal. Just like, oh, he really does.
Yes, he cares. He's a lover, not a fighter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, of everything that you have done, what's your favorite? What's your favorite childhood? And I know everyone says you can't do that, and I'm sure there's one either from the experience or the role. But what is your favorite? What's the one that you're like?
Well, oddly enough, Brotherhood is my favorite. I think because at the time in my life, and the material itself, the family, we were a cohesive family both on and off set.
Right.
We shot for 2 seasons in Providence, Rhode Island, and I ironically, the show's called Brotherhood. I had 2 sons during the filming of that show, so we built our own little brotherhood, but it was just a really
So just hit a sentimental chord.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's just always the best to be able to play a character like Eileen Caffey, who was so complicated and multifaceted, like we really are in life, you know.
Right.
With we're not one note. We have conflicting desires, you know, behavior that doesn't match up with who we're always presenting ourselves as.
The masks.
And yeah, so to me, I think that was a highlight for sure. Brotherhood, and it's still on Showtime.
It is still on Showtime.
Streaming on Showtime.
So your favorite style of horror? Jump, slasher, buggy, creepy crawly, drama?
I mean, what did I just watch? I just watched something scary by myself. What was it?
Are you insane?
Oddly enough, I did watch Hill House by myself, and it scared the shit out of me.
It wasn't. I mean,
It
okay.
scared-
It is. Very, follow the House of the House of Usher series.
Yes.
That one was creepy.
Yes, that was that. But I found that was gorier than
that's
than
true.
Hill House.
Yeah.
Hill House with Bent Neck Lady and.
Yeah.
But I do like watching good horror because I think kind of like humor, comedy, like it lets out a release, you know, and you can be shocked and kind of exercise all of your own demons without really.
Well, and I think that's what the best thing about horror people are, is because it is a family, and regardless of the style of horror, we're all here because of horror, whether it is the jump scare or all that. And there's no gatekeeping. We're all in the seats together.
I was talking on the way in with Tiffany Shepis.
Yes.
And
Tiffany is great.
she's amazing.
Old friend of the show.
Amazing.
Yes.
And we were talking about horror and how we both got started early on in our careers.
Yes.
And for me, I mean, I kind of owe my horror affiliations to Mick Garris because I did 2 Stephen King projects with him. I did Desperation with Henry Thomas and Ron Perlman, and then I did Bag of Bones with Pierce Brosnan. So Mick, who I think is just one of the first best. He really crossed over. You know, he brought horror into the mainstream. Whether it was on, you know, ABC specials or whatever, but he brought Stephen King alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's and given the time, because Stephen King, he never translates well. It's so hard, especially when I was like the Tommy Knockers. That series on ABC, I was just like, oh my god. And Bronson Pinchos was in it.
Oh yeah.
And all
I don't
of
think
that.
I saw that one.
Yeah, you didn't miss much. But I mean, it's so hard to translate. But to have him bring that the way he did,
Yeah.
it's just exquisite.
Yeah, I think Stephen King is one of the greatest, most prolific minds, not just horror, but
Right.
psychological, and his writing he just touches on so much. So.
And do you read horror novels?
Do I read horror novels? I guess I don't. No, I don't.
Okay.
The only one I've read was The Stand.
And that's like a.
That's a tome.
That is.
That's a tome.
You're waiting for some monks to carry that out to you.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
cat or something.
Yeah. And Carrie. I guess I did read Carrie.
Okay.
But no, it's funny. I watch my horror.
Nothing wrong with
That's
that.
sacrilegious to say. It's
No,
true.
that's perfect.
It's the truth. What can I say?
There's so, and I just saw the Substance screener.
Yes.
Oh my God, that is intense.
Good. Intense. Yeah.
And it just keeps edging, like at the end, the final scene just keeps going. You're like, they're not gonna go, oh yeah, they went there.
Yeah.
And it's just this continual
Yeah.
thing, so.
Yeah.
What?
We lost our light. Does it matter?
No,
Okay. Okay, good.
it's just battery life. I was just like, you know.
Yeah.
What else you got coming up? Anything you can talk about? Any projects in the works?
I mean, I just
With the exceptional lioness, of course.
I've got some things that I'm trying to work myself on directing and writing. Have a few little
Really?
things up my sleeve.
Is this your first shot at writing a screenplay?
I've written one before, and it was a torturous experience. It didn't come easily for me at all. And it was an adaptation, so perhaps something original is easier. I'm not sure.
Outline process is still the outline process, and it is so glorious.
Yes. But it is honestly, it is the skill, the craft that I admire writers so much, like they're the pinnacle of a craft to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you throw your hand at directing it?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. I've been doing this a long time. I've been since I was 13. So I've accumulated a lot of knowledge, and I think I have good taste.
I think you have absolutely great taste, given your track record and the projects you've attached yourself to.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I can be bossy if I need to be.
Well, I mean,
No, it's really. I think being a good director is being a good collaborator and having a vision, but letting it be open to the expression of it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
no, totally get that. You have a con to go. Is this your first time to Denver?
No. My brother used to live in Denver, and no, I mean, I love it here.
Excellent.
Yeah, but this is my first convention in Denver.
Are you excited?
I am very excited.
How many horror conventions have you done? Can you guesstimate?
Gosh, I mean, I think I have a little like crossover between sci-fi conventions with
Right.
X-Files and horror with what I've done. I mean, probably 40 or 50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you a true believer after X-Files?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Not a skeptic?
No, I'm a believer. I'm a believer.
Did you have an experience that you're like, oh yeah, this is, there is something?
I mean, I'm just that way anyway, and I think
Okay.
it kind of like lends itself to horror and to sci-fi is when you have a draw or a compulsion to the esoteric. So I think there are the veils, like we were saying, the veils are very thin. So
Very thin.
yeah.
Excellent. So would you be a ghost hunter? Would you go do an investigation?
Yes.
Okay.
Totally.
All right.
Totally.
Because we were talking about the Stanley, which is down the street.
Yes.
Well, not down the street.
Not
but
down
in
the street.
area.
I've been to Estes Park. Yeah.
Yes, and
yeah.
then we were talking about the Island of the Dolls earlier.
What's that?
It's this cursed island in Mexico where this girl died in the lake, and they started putting dolls on the trees to pay tribute. And
Okay.
The dolls are possessed. Just look up. Just when you're sitting at your table, just
Okay.
Google Island of the Dolls.
Okay.
And I'm sorry in advance.
Okay.
But
I'll go down a rabbit hole.
oh my God!
I love that.
There's footage, there's clips, and I don't know why I'm on Island of the Dolls. I watched it. Like, I think it was Josh Gates did another Expedition X or something on it, or is it a repeat? I'm just
Okay. Okay.
like, Dolls are already creepy enough as it is.
Right. Dolls and clowns. Dolls and clowns.
We have one of our troop in the Ghostbusters. He hates clowns. He's deathly
Yeah.
afraid of clowns.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, the clown from It is like the
I mean,
scariest.
Pennywise.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Is there
Stephen
a
King?
role you've always wanted to do, or something you're like, I would love to just kind of slip in there?
I mean, my goodness.
I mean, you got X-Files. I mean, that's a dream role for just about anybody.
Yeah, I loved my time on X-Files. Gosh, I don't know. But maybe the best is yet to come.
Absolutely.
What's out there?
Never know.
Never know.
Well, we will let you get back to your table.
Okay,
We
thank you.
appreciate it. What is the best way for the fans and the millions around the world to follow you and stalk you and keep up with whatever you have going on?
I'm on Instagram at Annabeth_Gish, and I'm on Twitter or X or whatever at Annabeth Gish.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, there you go, guys. Give her a like, give her a follow, give us a like, give us a follow. We have more stuff to come from the Colorado Festival of Horror. In the meantime, run fast, laugh hard, and always be kind. Good night!